I'm Jo and welcome to today's video. Today I'm reviewing this one right here. This is Just One Night in Rome. Now this one I got through NetGalley and this counts towards my clock reading challenge for this year. So I will link up to posts about clock reading challenge and things for you down below so you can check that out and join in hopefully. So anyway, let's talk about the book, shall we? So in this one, we have our main characters who are Josie and Leo. Okay, the most part, like the first part, if you like, of the book takes place in Rome, as you can imagine from the title, which is one of the things that appealed to me about this book. Because for those of you that don't know, I am English. Okay, so originally from England, but I came to Rome for 3 days and ended up staying. Okay, that was a long time ago. But anyway, so with my own particular story, I'm always on the lookout for books that are somehow connected with that. Just, it vibes with me. So anyway, in this book we have Josie, who is from Germany, and she has recently broken up with her boyfriend. So she's taken a few days. She's gone to Rome on a getaway to try and clear her head, if you like, for the situation. Leo, who is from Chile, he's there in the hostel that she's staying at. They're in the same room. And after a few days of both being in this hostel room together, they start having a conversation. Okay, and so they end up spending time together and sort of like the blossoming of a potential romance between the two. But then obviously each one has their plans. Like Josie, she's got to go back home, she's got to go back to work and things. Leo, he's traveling, so he's got other things going on, and then eventually he's going to go back to Chile. So, you know, like this star-crossed lovers kind of thing going on. So it's all very up in the air. Now, the thing with this, I gave this one a 4-star in the end. I was very undecided about what rating to give this book. I was torn between a 3 and a 4. Okay. Now the reason for that is there is a lot of dialogue in this book. Okay, it's a lot of conversation going on and things. At the beginning and in other places, it was like a slower pace, but I actually think in this case that actually worked okay with the story. It was one of those cases. This is the sort of book, it wasn't the sort of book that was going to be a fast-paced one, if you know what I mean. Sometimes you do need a slow-paced book. And this was one of those. It was one of those where there's a lot of conversation going on. It's about not just the people and obviously, you know, what they're showing externally, but it's also about like their inner dialogue that they have and things as well. So, you know, dealing with their emotions of the breakup, of anxiety for the future and different philosophies on life and stuff. It was one of those, I think, particularly for people that like to travel. Okay, and things like Chile. I mean, if you have stayed in a hostel or whatever, if you have come to Rome and you have wandered the streets, particularly in the evening hours, then you can definitely, this book definitely gave the vibe quite nicely on that. I was expecting for the book to be like a 99% in Rome, if you know what I mean. It's just one night in Rome, it's the title and things. But it was kind of like a 2-part kind of thing. So you've got the part when they're in Rome, and then there's the part when they, you know, carrying on with their lives after Rome, if you like. So that was a little bit different from what I was expecting. Although the dynamics of that afterwards as well. I don't know. I was very undecided about this book. I liked it. I did enjoy it. Glad I read it. I would like to see what happens in the future with these characters. Yeah. I hope I've given you an idea about this book. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews for this one. But I think it's one of those ones you have to go into it with the right kind of vibe, if that makes sense. You know, this isn't a fast-paced romance going on. It's different from that. It's a slow pace. It's about analyzing your feelings and the possibilities for the future and stuff. So it's more like the in your head part of romance as opposed to in your heart, if that makes sense for you. But anyway, I enjoyed it, and if you read it, I hope you do too. I would like to know what you think about this because, like I said, there's been a lot of mixed reviews on this one. But anyway, there you go. That is Just One Night in Rome. And thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye!